Hey guys, it's Bill. So I was just remembering our first hike at Angel Falls. My oldest son, Matthew, was probably about 8, and my wife's cousin went with us. And we were doing the 10-mile hike from Leatherford down to Angel Falls. And for whatever reason, we were going to spend 3 days there. And we were going to try to take our time. I mean, it was one of our first hikes, and I thought 10 miles would take 3 days. Well, I was wrong. uh, so we blazed that trail out pretty quick uh, and ended up down at Angel Falls and the same day and set up camp. So down at Angel Falls, there's a lot of old chimneys down there. Some of you may know if you've been there or if you've looked into the history. I mean, that was a mining area, and there was a lot of homesteads there, and people lived there. So about the only thing was left was chimneys, and they may not even be there anymore. So what I've noticed in some of these old places, or just driving down the road, you'll see mullein plants and yucca plants and plantain and broadleaf and narrow leaf that was said that were the white man's footprint. Stuff like that just seemed to follow the white man, and they were all medicinal plants. For one reason or another, they were used. So anyway, we were down at the river's edge camping, and I can't remember if it was the first night or the second night, but we were sitting around the fire. Beautiful night, that's a beautiful area. The moon was up super bright, and we noticed the fog just coming over the top of this mountain. It was almost like somebody was pouring white honey. And it didn't take long. I mean, this happened in probably seemed like 20 minutes or so. So this fog started coming over the ridge, and it was super thick, like I said, and it rolled down the mountain, and it just kept coming down that mountain, and then eventually just rolled right on down the river, right in front of us. We saw it, and I mean, we thought it was just something just beautiful. Wasn't nothing spooky about it. I mean, it was a little strange. We'd never seen anything like that, but it was just beautiful. So we went ahead and we waited our other couple days out there at the river's edge because we had my wife was picking us up, and so we finished camping and we were heading out. Well, again, if any of you camp down at Angel Falls, or like most hikes, there's a lot of switchbacks. And I always told my sons, never cut across the switchbacks just to make the hike shorter. Generally, they're there for a reason, either to make a hike easier or to show you something that you might have missed by walking down that switchback. A nice little pretty bridge, or a rock outcrop or something like that. So we run into this older guy, and we were, not too far deep in Angel Falls, about 3 miles. And man, he was seasoned. He looked like he had hiked those mountains his entire life. And what I remember mostly was just kind of the way he was dressed. He was dressed in old school clothes, an old school brim hat that was kind of worn out. What I remember most was his boots. He had these old boots that the flaps folded down on top and stuff, and they were worn out. They looked like they were slick. But apparently he was comfortable with them. He had his walking stick. We didn't talk very long. Probably not hardly at all. Just maybe a hi and a bye. So we were following the switchback, and we were coming back up out of the switchback, and we saw him shoot up this mountain. Now there was I guess it was more like a wet weather creek that came off the side of this mountain. Big boulders and everything. I mean, it didn't look like it was friendly at all to be hiking on. Of course, like I said, I taught my boys not to, get off the trail. Um, so we saw this guy shoot up this wet weather creek, crossing these switchbacks with strides like only you hear in stories, like when you're somebody's describing a Bigfoot just shooting up the side of a mountain. And that's the way this fellow went up this mountain. Just straight up. Didn't move a rock, didn't make a sound, and was just gone and out of sight. And this was an old guy. Heck, he was up there in years. And we just kind of looked at each other, and my boys were like, well, he's getting off the trail, Dad. And I'm like, well, that's him. So that's another kind of strange thing that happened at Angel Falls. I'm not saying he was a ghost. I'm not saying he was a spirit. But he was there, and it happened. So we continued to hike on out, guys. We left there, and that was our first trip at Angel Falls. Well, there's another story, guys. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.